everyone, Kat here, your favorite ginger bibliophile. And we're a little late here. Usually I start these things at 5 o'clock, but, well, I'm a cat. I needed a nap. You don't stay, this young by, not sleeping. Even though, oh my gosh, some days I do not feel young. So, yep, we slept. And then, I realized that I was almost going to make this a R-rated stream. So I had to finish getting dressed. Those, pesky details that you don't have to deal with when you're just at home, but, well, I might be at home, but I'm being seen by people that I'm not at home with. So, yep, we had that going, and then we had to get the Jackie boy situated, because I don't know that y'all can see him. Let's see. But there's a Jackie boy there, because it is his turn for some lovies. Hi, Lily, how are you? What are you reading tonight? We've got our Jackie boy to get his lovies on. He's like, wait, Mama, why didn't you wake up? I'm reading Good Half Gone by Taryn Fisher. Oh, that's awesome. I have never heard of that one, but it sounds nice and creepy. I'm good, thanks. Just up for my nap. So that always helps. An extra day off and a nap. Oh, yeah. That's the good stuff. And I've got the fluffy boy here getting some attention. It's her newest release. It's a thriller. Ooh. I do like a good thriller. I'm more of like an archaeological action-packed thriller, but every now and then, like a good just suspense one is just fun. Yeah. We want attention today. Normally, whenever I'm in the office, he's like, I just gotta find new places to lick my butt. But he's staying here going, pet me and purring up a storm over here. I'm trying to read this chunkster. We'll see how far I get. I've only read that much of it so far. Nice. I like it because it's short, LOL. Helps with my July TBR. That is a nice one. I'm pretty sure this is going to be the only book from my TBR this month. It's just under 300 pages. Nice. I've had some short ones that took me longer than the long ones on occasion. It definitely, for me, it depends on my mood and like how deep the writing is. Give me a comedy and 300 pages, I've read that in 3 hours. Give me a thriller and that same length will take me twice as long. Unless I've already read it once. So notice the first time I read a James Rollins novel takes a lot longer than any reread. Going, wait, hold on, who's the bad guy? Wait, does that make sense? Like, oh, wait, they did. Oh, now I get this. And somewhere I'm like, I already know who the bad guy is and all the science in it. So it works. Huh, Fluffster. He says he doesn't care, just keep scratching my head. With my little Halloween scratcher. Did you have a good 4th of July? Oh, was that enough head scratches? You're done now? Okay. He's like, I gotta scratch my own head, and then I'm gonna have to lick my tail over here. I'm just abandoned. I did. We stayed home and made good food. Ooh. Yeah, it's kind of the same thing I did. They seem to be confused around here. Like, they had some 4th of July stuff last weekend, and then it's, depending on where you go, it's like going through like Sunday, which is a nice change. I got caught out the first year I moved here. I'm like, hey, it's 4th of July. They did it at midnight the night before. Every single place I could find them. That's not 4th of July, you buttheads. The boyfriend found something for us to do actually tomorrow night with like a little rubber ducky derby and everything. That is corny and adorable. I am all for it. So, it's like I'm a fireworks girl. I moved here so that I could make them for a living, and then COVID laughed at me, and I haven't got back into it. So we were just watching them in the neighborhood last night. I'm like, I need to go watch what I used to get to do. I'm still trying to break back into that one, but there's not a lot of positions for actually making fireworks, or being a girl that actually makes fireworks. So, but we'll watch them. And surprisingly, the cat didn't have a freak out. It's my big 20-pound boy. Like, I used to live in New Mexico, and it was funny as heck. We would do fireworks basically for like a week all around town. And he would be over here hiding behind a 4-pound kitten that was not much bigger than my hand. With old 20-pound chunkster self. He thought he was good. And then little man would be outside. Who's shooting them off next? Where do we look? So he is definitely my dog. I had to rile up all the UK guys showing them what a biscuit is after we made barbecue last night. I'm like, if you're gonna have barbecue, you gotta have biscuits. Here's what the biscuit really is. Riled up all 3 of my UK buddies. Oh, did you decide you like head scratches better? Until the dogs start barking. It's okay, that door's closed. They're just cussing out everyone outside. They're not trying to eat you. I don't think he believes me. He's just looking at that door with his tail going, do I have to run? Oh crap, where am I going to hide? This isn't the room that they're not allowed in. You poor Jack. It's okay. It's okay. He's a big old goof making big old eyes. I told Ven and Noah that we would try to read this because I love it. It's a thick book that I am not going to read on my own. And Noah's afraid of clowns. So we're just all going to be terrified of this one. So it's like, I need to read 40 pages a day to get through this. I'm only on 117. I have not made that 40 pages goal. Huh. Are you going to help me with that, Jack? Or are you just going to give me mean face and swish your tail? That was my first Stephen King book. I read it when I was 14. Oh, jeez. All the inappropriate things we read as a child. I started off with Interview with the Vampire, and I was staying with my grandma, so I was either like 12 or 13. I don't think she knew what that was. I definitely never let her watch the movie. It was strictly like Disney, Nickelodeon, other like, hey, bringing over children's movies to watch at our house. That way I wouldn't have to watch Hallmark. And somebody just was like, here's a box of books, and she would read whatever and went, hey, try this. I'm like, it's vampires, Grandma. Oh. And now here I am. I have Halloween up year round because, gotta stay creepy. Oh, this is a weird one. It doesn't go I've seen both movies. I thought it would go like in order of the movies, not, hey, we whacked Georgie and now we're on to the second movie and just doing flashbacks. So I'm like, I've seen both movies and I still have no idea what on earth is going on here. That was not expected. I'm hoping Beverly offs her husband very soon. Because I've just about gotten to where, she makes her first appearance and we're finding out what a piece of crap he is. Come on, kill him before you go back to face the clown. Come on. Probably not going to happen, but I'm hoping for it. My other book, it took four. I think it was the fifth book in the series, and where she finally offed the husband, and he had it coming. He had it coming from the first page of the first book, but it took him 5 books to finally kill him, and it was so satisfying. We're Southern. We're all, come on, go goodbye Earl on him. Huh, Jack. You gonna beat him? You gonna learn? Yes. The things you can get away with in books that you can't in real life. Yes, that's your scratcher, silly boy. That's the scratcher. Oh, is that your book now? He's nuzzling the crud out of it right now. Oh. At least you're not turned to nose print it like Franny always does. Is that yours? Okay, you can have it. He's like, I ain't afraid of no clown. I'll just shove my head into him. Hey, Elaine, how are you? Yeah, there probably wasn't one because, yeah, I slept and started this super late. You doing good? You've been out in the garden all day again today. Yeah. Oh, good boy. Jack was just over here nuzzling and going, see, it's not scary now. It just smells like me. Unlike Franny, who goes, hello, and boots her nose right in the middle of the page. I'm surprised every one of my books hasn't been ruined by her nose. And the occasional little man sniffing and then licking it. Good. Nope, but did get some videos of skunk and groundhog under the bird feeder. Oh, skunks are adorable. They're stinky if you scare them, but they're so cute. Our groundhog left. I think he decided he didn't want to have to tangle with the rabbits that did not know he was living with them until one of them was like, what are you doing at my exit hole? Or, well, one of the exits that we use to hide from the dogs. And his little head was just poking out. No. Like he found some holes where he had been digging in the front yard when he was cutting the grass last weekend. Which is good, because groundhog and baby rabbit might not have gone well together. So the original escapee is apparently somewhere still hiding very close to the house. Because every now and then the boyfriend catches a glimpse of him right around the herb garden where he was living. But I haven't been able to find him since his initial "oh crap, you got me wet" escape. So, I have to continue to keep an eye on Lil Man and keep him away from several areas where we have since seen the little babies. Huh. I still keep hoping I'm going to catch him in one of the bird feeders trying to have a sip. We've had baby groundhogs and feral kittens together. They work it out. Nice. Yeah, the cats are not allowed in the backyard because, we have all the wildlife there. And from what I was reading, the groundhogs are either really timid or they get very territorial, and if they're hungry, will go after the smaller creatures with their big old claws. And he was a bit of a big boy, but he also seemed very skittish. Like a bird would fly over and he would go, oh crud, and run back under the shed. He stayed very close to home. Hi, Matthew. How are you? Quickly dropping in to say hello. What movie are you watching at work tonight? Dreading work. Oh, Despicable Me 4 has a sellout crowd coming in shortly. Ugh. And hopefully that's a good movie. So at least you might get to watch that. I'm like, 4 in though, that's a few too many sequels. So you'll have to let me know if it's surprisingly good. Hopefully all kids are like, it'll be late enough that they'll be half asleep. Doubtful. Yeah, that's kind of like my feelings like with Kung Fu Panda 4. Like, I love that series, but 4, come on now. Y'all couldn't even do Incredibles 2. Had 14 years to do a good movie, and the only good scenes were the ones with Jack Jack. Oh, gotta love Minions. Yeah, I did like their movie. They have been getting progressively worse, so yeah. I think I liked the second one. The third one was sketchy, but then they redeemed themselves with the Minion movie. I don't remember the third one very much, which tells you how little I watched it. Sometimes, like, come on, that was awesome, I need a sequel. And other times, yeah, you should have just gone with the one. Like, I'm glad it was Frozen that got a sequel instead of Brave, because they probably would have done my girl dirty. But I still want to get the twisted Disney version of it. But, hey, you've been getting mostly good movies. I mean, you got If. That was a good one. How is it going? It's weird. Like, I was expecting it to be more like the movie instead of, hey, we off Georgie and then skip to the second movie, except for in like flashback form. Like, I just got to the part with Beverly, and I remember not liking her situation in the movie. I really want like a Goodbye Earl situation going for her now. Like, hubby's got to go. So, it's like, hold on, she's a redhead. Redheads do not stand for that. But it's been long enough that I'm like, wait, I don't remember which of these characters is which sometimes. May have to pull out my Blu-rays and watch again. Gru is funny. Yeah, Gru is pretty good. That poor guy was in over his head with 3 little girls. Especially the middle child. I can't remember the middle one's name, but I liked her. I should have more time to read, as normally we don't get to find out our like work schedule if there's a change until like, 30 minutes before we leave the day before. I already know I'm getting, shorted the next 2 weeks at least, so I'll have time to catch up on reading and recording. My paychecks will not be happy. Really, it doesn't matter how good or bad the movie is. It is doing good business, so I call that a win. That's good for the business, but sometimes you want a good movie. If you're gonna have to be at the theater all day, you want to get to sneak in and watch something that you enjoy. But hey, Deadpool's coming soon, so you can't go wrong with a good Deadpool movie. If they mess that one up, I'm gonna be really upset. Oh, why fewer hours? We'd finally we've been trying to stretch stuff out to 40 hours and then getting swamped this week and a little bit the end of next week, and now they're like, yeah, we don't have enough work going across the road to make it to y'all, because apparently they have been running out of stuff. They never got off that work share, so who knows. Though it is a nice change of, it was about 105 where I inside where I was working. That was not pleasant for, thankfully in the mornings it's still only in the 80s, but by about 10 o'clock and you're like, is it 5 yet? I'm ready to go home. So there's the supervisors that don't supervise get to be in the AC, but the rest of us, oh, it was toasty. So supposedly work was going to pick up in July, but it's like, you got us 3 weeks in, not getting full shifts. So, thankfully, I've got savings from back when I was making fireworks and it paid well. Cross your fingers, I can get some relief with the student loans, and that will help a lot. That sucks. Told my hubby he better win the lottery soon. Gotta plan that road trip. Yes! I need to meet all the animals. I'll have to bring extra treats. And some proper cookies. You gotta win, or I'll win. We'll keep playing. One of us it's due to happen eventually. We put up with too much crap to have to keep putting up with it. I'll get my passport ready. Got a lot of places on the bucket list. That'd be a lot easier to keep redoing the yard of. I found some really pretty plants today, and no, right now I can't afford to have that die on me, because I found this succulent that's a very dusky kind of black, kind of a gray one, but apparently when it blooms it has red flowers on it. And then I found some really dark, almost black ornamental grass. I'm I don't know where I would put that, but it's dark and creepy and it makes me happy. Plant it and put some red, flowers in front of it. Oh, that'd be so much fun. But as is, I'm not paying $20 for ornamental grass that I'm going to kill. Plus, I have to look up and find out if that doggy's safe or not. Hubby has been playing for decades. Told him would likely win if I left him. Just haven't been tempted to try the theory. All right, we have an unwritten deal of when I leave you, but it's only until you win, and then I'm coming back. It's I promise I still like you, but it's for your own good. I took a picture of the one. I'm I need to remember this one so I can look it up. Because it was just, night fountain, first night fountain grass. It's not quite as black as it shows on that picture, but it was a really, really deep, purpley. And yeah, that one was $18. The other one that I saw that I really wanted, why is it going to be a canna lily? Those I know are toxic to the dogs and the cats. But I kept finding all these really pretty ones. I'm yeah. I need to be able to afford for you to die. But I did find 3 plants on the clearance section for $4 a pop today. Oh, exactly. Figure would know just messing with it and he still wouldn't win. It's just rude. So come on now, quit letting all the already rich folks win. What about the folks who would actually do, good? Like, I promise I would plant lots of, plants that are good for, sucking all the crap out of the air and creating some shade, and donate a whole bunch to, animal shelters. Do actual good with it. Plants and animals. The innocents. Nice. Clearance is always nice. Clearance is my price range. So far, that's where we got our rhododendron, was the clearance section. And I saw a really pretty hibiscus. It had 3 different colors on the flower. I'm like, yeah, they're on drugs for $28 for a plant, but if it goes on clearance and it's not dying, I'll bring it home. But they never do. Every year, there's always one that has this almost black leaf, and then either a red or a pink flower that's that freaking big. I'm like, come on now, that's dark. There can't be that much gothic people around here that want a dark garden, and it either dies or sells out before it goes on clearance. Every year. Come on, work with me. But I did just buy some grow lights so I can at least keep a couple plants inside, because the only one I've managed to score was I got a that magic crepe myrtle that has those black leaves. And so far, it's been alive. I was hoping they would keep bringing that series out because it has a bunch of different colored ones, but they had that one, and for $17, there was no way I could pass that one up because it was already big, but they haven't had them any year except for that one. So we're going to bring it inside and hope it doesn't die in its planter, because everything I put in the ground that's supposed to be perennial does not do well. It's struggled every winter. But I found some grow lights that can actually go in a normal lamp, so I can try to keep them alive in the house instead of just usually the little floodlights. I'm I don't have a lamp that has that kind of a connection. Don't eat that, you silly boy. That's not a toy. That's a power cord, not a toy. We're not going to do that. And you'll be like, and that would be sad. Then we'd have to go, rush you to an hour away to the big city for the vet, and you wouldn't like that. No, you wouldn't like that. I don't think you're made of rubber. You're not insulated against electric. You silly boy. You're a silly boy. One of these days we're going to win, and the world will be a better place for it. We're both overdue. I used to have indoor plants when we had dogs. Couldn't reach to eat them. But cats, not so good. Xena ate my African violet and Tiki ate my roses, so no indoor plants here. Surprisingly, the dogs, if they go in the garage over winter where I have, a bunch of them, they leave them alone. Or, when we're trying to transfer them and slowly put them back out, they're more of, the door's open, we're running around. Idiot JB, on the other hand, we got some ferns because he found this big old Boston fern thing that is ginormous, and it was on clearance for $10. So, and it likes sunlight. So we had it on an end table. JB climbed up and tried to knock off the end table so that he could eat this thing. That's why he's not allowed outside since we found him and brought him home. He's too dumb to function. Noah, hi, how are you? You ready for some scary clowns? I'm doing good. You're terrified. I'm just starting the book. I'm not that far ahead of you. I only got that much. I'm about 100-ish pages in, so I don't know which version you have, but this version is 1,152 pages. So it's the middle one. I was looking on Goodreads trying to figure out, hey, so I could add it in. There's anything from like 900 something to there's a version that's almost 1,600 pages. I'd really be scared to see that one. But hey, so far we're 5 days into July and you ain't died yet. You're meeting your book tag. Awesome read. Sad I didn't find a copy. I'm sure we'll get to it again or we'll find something else. Because we totally have to have some fun ones. Did you want to do like a Sunday update kind of video or how'd y'all want to do that one? Or we'll just keep reading it on sprints until we finish it. And do our own reviews, yes. Making raw face at me. Jackie Boy's over here scratching, or biting his scratcher. Just nom nom nom. Boop. So we kick off our first sprint and see if we can terrify Noah or get a little bit farther in our books. What do you have with you tonight, Elaine? Is it another Star Trek? Or what are you reading? Oh, you done if you can't eat the scratcher? Okay. Yeah, let's go. I don't know which version I have yet. Hopefully it's one of the shorter ones and not the scary 1,600 page ones. As I call this, shorter. Let's do it! Also, I love Star Trek. Grew up watching all the series with my dad. Never read the books, though. I remember seeing some of them. I was more of a Star Wars. And I blame that on my brother. He's totally a 70s baby, even though he was barely in the 70s. So I am reading The God Delusion by Richard Dawkins tonight. Started The Amulet. Forgot how dark gothic, so back to that tomorrow. Awesome! Oh, did you find a loose hair tie? I don't think you have enough hair for that, Jack. I barely do anymore. Mine's thinning. He got one of my spare hair ties and he's just going to town, throwing it and hooking it on his wrist. Smacks lips. My version is not English. Hopefully it's a language you can read. What version did you get? Now you got me curious. Do you have it in Spanish or something? It is not. How the Italian? I guess he is international, but I have never seen or heard of one of his international versions. And I'm guessing you don't speak Italian or read it. Oh my goodness, how did you end up with an Italian version? Like, I could see if you were in one of the countries like right around Italy, but you're kind of over there off by yourself. How in the world? I didn't even know that was possible. One moment, it's got to be a setting. Oh, okay, you got the ebook version. Okay, there. Maybe that's a. Now you got me curious if I can play with the languages in my Kindle. What? You got that is just weird. Uh, I don't know how that works. I don't see it on my Kindle as a way to change the language. It, you'd think it'd be, well, I'm in this country buying it, it should be in that language unless you look for another version. My hubby got me a book in French, which I didn't read. Silly ordered the wrong one and didn't. I'm dang. I've never even like seen those except for a handful. They're like, well, hey, Spanish is popular. There's Spanish versions. Otherwise, like I never even see it except for when I'm going through Goodreads and going, where's the one that I have? You would think so, but okay, no, it is not English. I buy it again. Oh, hopefully you can be like, hey, return. And they don't make you pay for it. Just go, hey, it's an ebook. I'm sending it back. Send me the English version. Okay, I'm ready. Let's go. Woohoo! Yeah, let's do it. We got this. I'll be your thunder buddy. I don't know if that's possible, but let's go. You're braver than me. I can't be buying the wrong books. I only got so much in the budget. And I'm going to keep breaking the budget anyway. You just gonna purr at me from the corner like a creep. You come back over here. I'll love you some more. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but the fluffy purr ball is under the desk purring away. You little toe biter. Silly boy. Oh, little Tum Tum making noises. That's a good boy. Yes, think about getting them. I see you, stinky boy. Mhm. So, how are y'all's books going? I'm only on page 35. Hey, that's a pretty good start considering you just started the book. I don't think I got that many pages. Yeah, I got like 17 pages. How are you liking it so far? Cool, Dragon. Good. Some interesting points. Well, that's always nice. I thought I was going to get some, really good redemption, but I didn't quite get the scene that I wanted with Beverly. It's bizarre. The first scene with the arm was cool, though. Yeah. It starts off well, I'm like, I remember this from the movie. And then it, like, kind of veers. So, they spent a lot longer on, going over how the second movie started. Yeah, and then it's not. Mhm. It's totally the movie, but yet it's completely different somehow. Like for me, I'm like, wait, I recognize this, but only in like the flashbacks. But yeah, that bit is still going on for me. Oof. Yeah. So far the like the first couple bits are very much like the movie and very more in depth. Took longer to do than I thought they would. Now I'm at the part where they're just like, all right, hey, we're deciding that we have to go back to town and we're getting every character's reaction to it. And it's taking quite a while to get each character's thoughts on, oh crap, we have to go back. Somebody's calling people and saying it's time to go back. I don't remember it taking that long in the movie. I'm on like page 133 and we've got Stanley, Ben, Beverly. I'm on Bill now. I think we did Mike. I think we're still gonna like. It's kind of gonna be the movie, but it's gonna be a lot gorier and a lot more drawn out. But it's also kind of weird because I'm like, well, we didn't see them defeat him the first time. It skipped straight to we're in the 80s now, so that's like, is it all gonna be flashback? I don't know. It's weird. Talking about tax-free religions. Oral Roberts, $8 million. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, At that point, religion is not religion. It's just I don't want to pay taxes while I rob these people. So we're gonna call it religion. Like if you've got mansions and yeah, private jets and whatnot, you're not a religion. You're a cult robbing people that are almost as terrible as you, and you need to be getting like paying tax. Or can I just declare myself a religion? Like, I'm sorry. I believe in Halloween and animals being better than people, so I can't pay taxes. Just start a church of trade humans for animals and then get all my tax money back. No clue. It is bizarre, and that sounds odd, Cobalt. It is a cult. Mm-hmm. Especially like the people that some of them that I work with, I'm like that's yeah, that's not religion. You don't know crap. Like everyone's like likes to lecture about how, this one guy's parents should treat him like crap because, they raised him better than to be gay. I'm like, yeah, and your dad's a preacher. He raised you not to get drunk and sleep with dudes that aren't your husband. But, and hey, you're supposed to respect your parents. That's one of the 10 Commandments. And lying to them and going behind their back to get drunk and bang guys that don't want to marry you is kind of against your religion. Oh, yeah, and you're not supposed to be a judgy hoe. But you're being judgy. But, that's what they do for like 2 and 3 hours while the rest of us have to actually work. Like, yeah. I hope your preacher fathers and all the rest of them, like, there's a couple preachers that actually work at my job. I'm like, y'all better all be paying all taxes because y'all are full of it. Somebody had to pay for Tammy Faye Baker's makeup. And they probably did a terrible job of it. It's kind of like those, did y'all ever watch True Blood? It's kind of what that reminds me of is their little, anti-vampire evangelical cult in the high maintenance hooker. She might have called herself a wife, but she was kind of a hooker. Oh, I loved True Blood. I only watched some of it. I think I gave up after like season 4. It was definitely not like the books. I'm like, that character's supposed to be dead. That one's supposed to be dead. That one does not exist. They made up that one. And then, like, I noticed in the books, like, they changed some of the characters to match the ones. And I'm like, we started off as she was trailer trash in the books. Y'all made her ghetto in the TV show. And then went back and made her like ghetto in the later books. Yeah, True Blood was based off of the Sookie Stackhouse series by Charlene Harris. And Tara started out in the books, she was white trailer trash. If you can get the first editions of them. In the reprints, she is a ghetto black chick from the get-go, because that's what they made her in the TV show. Because they're like, we don't want to be racist, so it's the South. We put a couple of black characters in it, and then rewrote the books to make her that way. The head from the first season does not exist in the books, and there are 13 of them. After all, I'm like, no, I can't take this. They got the names and the locations and like what species people are correct. Mm-hmm. I was reading the books before they like even started talking about turning that into a TV show. And I still think she should have hooked up with Eric. I could never stand Bill. I think it was only like a 8-season show, wasn't it? That creepy intro. It's a Sookie Stackhouse series. Oh, it was good. I really need to do a reread of that eventually. Or start slowly like mixing them in for my like book to screen thing. But I think I found a couple of the seasons at a like pawn shop for like $8 per whole like DVD set. But I wish they'd let me just go ahead and skip the intro. That part just grosses me out every time. Oh, yep, only 7 seasons. So they realized they started messing up with the song. The song is, yeah, but it's so gross. It's just like, oh, all these dead things and worms and bleh. Like, can we just get on with the show? And then somebody whack Bill because he annoyed the crap out of me. Like, Pam I get, but Bill he bugged me. I never really liked him. I didn't like him much in the books, and I liked him less in the show. I need to find the original Star Trek series, not on Prime. It's not? I swear, I thought I saw it streaming. It might have been on Netflix. But then they change it for like each area. Yeah. Oh dang. I was like scanning like what season 7 was, and it is definitely not the book at all. And wow, it was only 10 episodes. I could have sworn the seasons were longer. It was on Netflix. They change it so much. Nope, Next Generation either. Oh, well, that's just rude. So Eric did look pretty hot in the TV show. We had Netflix years ago, but so much we didn't watch. And I refused to pay tons for streaming channels for a couple of shows each. Yeah, the only ones we have are Hulu and Netflix. That's pretty much why I got rid of cable. It's like, all right, y'all want $80 a month, and I only watch 3 shows. And those aren't on year round. Remember when I got cable, they're like, or I got the internet here, like, hey, you can get cable through us, and it's new stuff. Yeah, but I like watching my old stuff. I'm comfortable with those. I don't think they understand. I pretty much am like, this is on my list of, oh, I should totally watch that. But I'm going to watch something I've seen 1,000 times over again. Because it's just comforting background noise. Ooh, what is this? The King in Yellow by Robert W. Chambers. I don't think he meant this for me, but I have to know what book he just dropped off. When The King in Yellow was first published, it was at once recognized as a masterpiece that could only have been written by a genius of the highest order. You doing your creepy stalking? You need to go back to your room. You're just gonna lay on my phone. Robert W. Chambers was compared to Edgar Allan Poe, and his book was acclaimed as a wealth of strange imaginative force. This doesn't tell me anything about what The King in Yellow is about, just that, oh my god, it's like the bestest thing ever, written by the bestest guy ever. And looks like it was written by somebody who's probably long dead now by that cover. Why I left cable, all the packages for a couple shows. And most of the shows that I liked, they're not on anymore. There's no more Mythbusters. Craig Ferguson no longer has a late night show. And, Family Guy and American Dad are okay, but they're on Hulu. And so is Rick and Morty. There's really not much else that I actually watch. Plus now I can just watch it whenever. It'll cycle out, but it'll come back. Or there's a Entertainment Mart that has you're getting like used DVDs, and they have TV series, which I might have to do for Charmed. But because I know Angel and Buffy are on Hulu, but I can't find like the old Charmed anymore. Netflix has the new one, but I want the old one, the one that I grew up with. I might give in and eventually get that. And I've got most of Big Bang. I think I'm still missing like 3 seasons. My bookcase is coming along. He bought more boards and stain for it today. Same. I am down to about 4 nights of TV, rarely more than 2 hours a night. And mostly I watch it pretty much just to go to sleep, and then I'm just putting on a DVD anyway. But sometimes we'll watch it when we're, eating dinner. Just both of us are I need to have background noise, or I can hear what's going on in my head, and that's just no. And so sometimes I can ignore it and just read my book, and other times I'm trying to read my book, but I can hear them talking, and it doesn't matter that I've seen this episode 50 times, and I know exactly what's going to happen. Now I have to put down the book and watch it. Though I'm still trying to watch The Witcher. I've almost finished rewatching season 2, because you gotta watch that one go so you don't forget what the heck happened. Because it's too, entangled. But sometimes my mind is just even just watching this, nope, I cannot follow and stick to it. And mostly I'm just watching it because he's hot. It's normally long hair is not my thing on a dude, but him and Aragorn, yep, I would climb them even with long hair. We have all of Big Bang Theory. Have watched it twice. Nice. I think I'm missing season 6, 7, and 10. Him and Yen loved the first season. Second was okay. Not watched the other one. And Big Bang is amazing. I liked season 1 until I realized, I thought it was just a nice linear story. And then they went, haha, just kidding. These are we actually, let's circle back around. This hasn't happened yet, or this was not happening well. I'm I don't like this. The second season, it's deeper, but I love that it's all right, all the storylines are actually coherent and actually happening from A to B to C, it seems like it. But to go back and rewatch it, but it gets less actually more political in the second one, which let him just be hot and occasionally have his armor destroyed and kill monsters. Though it is kind of adorable that he's I don't want kids. All right, I will kill you if you mess with this adopted kid of mine that I didn't even actually mean to adopt. I just accidentally got her. Oh, I don't want kids, but guys that are good with kids, that's still hot. It's that just in case it happens. Oh, yeah. Oh, I've watched Supernatural 3 times. Dean is the best. I keep putting that on my list of I need to watch that eventually. Kind of like Vampire Diaries and its spin-offs. I love vampires. I want to watch this. But then I've heard a lot about him. This might just be a romantic teenage drama that I'm not going to enjoy now that I'm older. and then I get distracted. I'm so bad at like watching TV. I'm like, give me the same stuff over and over. My ADD brain likes it. Hubby and I have a deal. Can window shop, but no test drive merchandise. Yes. Like, I'm not dead. My eyes work. I can tell that he is hot. But I'm pretty sure I'm not going to have a chance with Henry Cavill, especially since, like, he knocked up some chick. So, I'll just watch the movies and drool. But it cracks me up because you can, like, he knows that I'm, like, checking out the guys in the movies. And you can tell he's getting slightly annoyed that I'm checking them out. I'm like, yeah. I mean, yes, Chris Hemsworth did show up at the university once, but I didn't know he was there. So, my chances are like pretty much never going to happen. So you're getting mad that I'm checking out married guys that I'll never meet. They get me interested, you get the rewards. I see that as a win-win. I drool over them, but they're not here, so somebody's got to take care of business. Since Dean is fictional, all good. Mm-hmm. It's like, for all we know, in real life, he totally sucks. I mean, he might be hot, but he might open his mouth and you're just like, no, you ruined it with the talking. But that mean I won't watch the show and still drool slightly. Zero shame. Do you think Dean? Yeah, he likes that name because if I remember right, Dean in Supernatural was also Dean in Gilmore Girls. This is way too good boy boring. Honestly, I liked I think her and Logan were good for each other. She needed to loosen up. He needed to get his crap together, and they made each other meet in the middle. And he was just cute. He needed to get smacked up and put in his place in the beginning. But then they did them both dirty in the reboot. Okay, Jack, you won't go to your room now. In case you need a sippy or your litter box. Come on, big boy. Yeah. There you go. Good boy. Whee. Ooh, that is a low ceiling. I was able to reach the pull to get the fan turned on. It was getting a little toasty in here. Didn't see him there. I remember him from Days of Our Lives when I watched soaps eons ago. What? He was in this. Hello, little man. Were you just waiting for the door to come open? Oh, thank you. Thank you. I love you too. Oh, that's a good boy. Yes, that's a good boy. I gave you a kiss and you try to kiss me back, Mama. I know kisses are abuse unless you're the one giving them. I know, but your little Elvis face of I could do it is so cute. Get your little teethies. Hello. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that little lip quiver. You going Elvis on me because I was going to kiss you. Okay. He's so cute. I know y'all can tell, but his lip just goes little bit. He's like, I could. If you wasn't my mama, I could. But even though he was on season 3 of The Boys, nope, didn't watch. Dang, he was on more stuff than I knew. Little man. Yeah, that's my pampered little baby. And there's a side y'all see of him, and then the rest of the world sees where, they have the audacity to be in their own yards, and that's unacceptable. But if you just see clips of him, he's just the sweetest little puppy. And then Daddy comes to visit, and he gets cussed out and, ankle bit if he turns his back. His little Napoleon syndrome kicks in. My goodness. I think Supernatural is still on Netflix. Jeez, how many spam calls have I had? Golly. And I got IMDb up from True Blood. Let's see. Yeah. Oh no. Never the one that plays Dean. I'm thinking of Sam that was on Gilmore Girls. I thought he played Dean in both shows. That was not the same one. Okay. Wow, that is a really weird picture of the guy that played Dean for Supernatural. That is so not what he looked like in that show. Shall we do another half-hour sprint and see if our books get any better? Get to some good parts. I'm still hoping Bev kills her husband. Let's do it! Thunder Buddies! Now I'm going to make myself watch Ted later. Excuse me. girl. Yes. That's a good big girl. You're just stomping around. Need somebody to hold your butt. Need somebody to hold that butt. You gonna walk under, little man? No. In and out. That a Franny Fanny. Just a big old Franny Fanny. Just getting a bath tomorrow because I don't know what you got in your fur. What you get? You're cute, but it's not time for that yet. It's not time for that. Mm-hmm. Can I have the cute end? No, I'm leaving. Okay, good girl. Thanks for letting me hold your butt. Oh, is it your turn again, little man? No, she's out of the way. Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Good boy. That's a come. You silly boy. Oh, where'd my page go? Whee. Oscar! Hush up, little man. You're just bullying the neighbors. JB. Yeah, you thought I wouldn't call you out, but I see you creep in that closet. Mm-hmm. Still didn't get very far. I don't think that nap was quite enough. So, how did y'all's books go this set? Oh, Beezer. Are you gonna sit and guard the door? Same. Yeah, I'm surprised you're still with us, Noah. It's pretty late for you. Is it like 1:30 in the morning there? Or yeah. Staying up late. Do you have work tomorrow, or well, I guess today for you? I'm off ill. Oh, that's no fun. Did you get whatever Vin has that's passing around? Not too bad. I just learned the founding fathers were not Christians. What? Don't tell that to some of the red hats. They'll flip. They're already flip shit. No, I'm lucky on that front. Oh, is Vin turning into a hot mess of illness? Y'all gotta get healthy so y'all can be off and having fun. Being sick is no fun. The naps are good, but the rest of it kind of sucks. Yep. With an MTG into a tailspin for sure. But that's assuming she could read. And that she wasn't just like all the rest of, yeah, we're saying this and we want y'all to do it, but we're not going to live by what we're telling y'all to do. Because, no. We're just here to preach it, not live it. And they wonder why people are leaving in droves. Or droves. Huh. Practice what you preach and then maybe others will follow. But if you just preach, we don't want to hear that crap. No. If you're going to tell it, at least do it the Harry Potter version. Or the Narnia version. That does a way better job. It's way more believable, isn't it? More interesting. Yes. Num, num, num. Oh, good boy. Yes. Good boy. Yeah. They always get so mad. It's like, well, my favorite is going, well, oh, kind of like Harry Potter or like the Satanists, except for, they actually do practice it. Y'all are afraid of them for the name, but their whole 10 Commandments are actually just a better version of yours that they actually live by. They get so mad. But I just love it. Or like when they tell me I'm going to hell, I'm like, see you there, but I'm not sharing the marshmallows and sunscreen. Because at least if it's real, yep, I expect to go. You're going to be really upset when you find out that you're going to suffer worse than me. Somehow they don't like that. Maybe being a judgmental, hypocritical bitch is not a good thing. Well, say that you're not because, you showed up in church and paid lip service. I love pissing them off. It's so easy. You told one the other day, I'm like, oh, it's like Harry Potter teaches the same things. They just do a better job. That's why it's devil worship, because they don't like the competition. Or that it's freedom of religion, which means we can all believe what we want, not freedom to have your religion shoved down my throat. Sorry, my religion says flying spaghetti monster. Bow down to no one that doesn't have sauce. Which I'm going to tick off some folks, but oh well. They'll probably never see the stream anyway. I love that you're reading that in the Grim Tale that I have for Monday. Like, I thought it was a typical Grim Tale. Like, they have a section of, like, these are religious. This one should have been in there, and it was not. It was just in the normal, yep, this is just a Grim Tale. And then it went off the rails. But we got puppy visits to redeem the story. Do you have your meds, Noah, so you can sleep well? And, get to feeling better. Best shocked look ever. Someone called me a witch. I asked what my spiritual beliefs had to do with our disagreement. Shut them up and they left. I'm not, but shut them up. Yeah. I do not. I have to wait till Monday. Oh, you can't get any meds over the weekend? That's not nice. Poor thing. At least get your orange juice. Or some fruit gummies. That's how I get all my vitamins. Orange juice and gummies. My favorite is I point out all my freckles and go, oh, you can wear it for my soul, but that's okay. I'll just trade all of these. And I'll steal yours to add to the mix. It's like that's how I look this young is, all those stolen souls us gingers use to make deals with our devil. It's really fun when they tell me they're going to steal my soul. I'm like, whose? And I'll probably add yours as another freckle first. I love taking them off so easily. Or pointing out that they're breaking their own commandment by trying to judge me. It's like, oh, are you your God now? And they get so upset. Like, I can be judgmental. I didn't, say that I was anything that's not allowed to be judgy. And I have a warning that I will be mean. So that's why you're up late tonight, is not feeling good enough to be able to get some sleep in. Or did you nap earlier too, so now you're wide awake? Just the perfect time to read a horror book. It's gonna get cold in here. Where'd it go? You're be letting the dog go out. Ooh, give him some belly rubs for me. Well, I'm gonna end up being nice. Oh, I think we're making burgers tonight. I've got bacon in the fridge. Because I'm a little puncho. But I made a really good, like, super simple dessert. I'm like, it's hot out. It's 4th of July. So I had to make something like my mom did with just cool whipping cottage cheese and jello. And I've been nibbling out of that bowl all day. And getting dirty looks from the pups. Hello. Did you just go chase something? Yeah. You got that excited smile. What were you doing outside, huh? What were you doing? Think little man heard outside and was like, oh, I gotta go. Let's see what I can get. The silly babies. Ooh, and they're gonna be getting me soon because they get dinner in 17 minutes. But I hear him touching the utensils. And I know he didn't wash any. Is Zena doing better? She spent the day in AC, nose to stop allergies, cough. Well, that's good. Poor little Zena. Plus, the AC just feels really nice. So much better than the crazy hotness outside. We were at like 87 or something today. Let's see. Oh, no. This was a cool day. It was only 83 today. And now we're dropping down in the 70s. And it's going to be hot as crap Sunday. Yay, our heat wave is breaking. No more 97 degrees. Which means it'll only be like 95 inside at work. Woo! Has it cooled off where you're at, or are you having to bust the AC out every day again? We're like, poor me, we mostly got AC for her. No, that is a pampered kitty when you get AC just to keep them comfy. Well, we could do that. The boyfriend and Franny get toasty. Me and Little Man are like, Give me blankets. That's kind of my own fault because shorts. I'm either roasting or freezing. I don't have an in between. I look like a little ghost. I'm Casper, or I turn into Sebastian with the bright red. And it goes back and forth. I'm like, all right, I'm comfy. Let me take off the blanket. All right, I'm freezing again. Put on the blanket. Nope, I'm too hot. It was freaking cold for days. Now heat and humidity coming back up. Oh, that's not nice. And the humidity just makes it worse. Like the desert is, it's hot as crap and there's no shade, so it is really not nice to redheads. But it doesn't feel as hot. Like where I grew up, 75 degrees is, are you trying to murder me making me go outside in that? And the desert, like, oh, it's 75 degrees. I'm putting on pants and like a long sleeve shirt, maybe even a light jacket. And all because you go from like 10% humidity to like 5,000%, it feels like. I am same uber hot or cold with lots of binkies. Yeah, I think that's what got me is like I have my like normal like Harry Potter blanket that's just your usual cotton thing. But we have to have blankets on all the furniture for Lil Man. And the boyfriend felt bad because we were washing Lil Man's blanket, so he had to go and buy him another one to put on the furniture while he was waiting for the other one to get washed and dried. And it's a thick, like velvety, fleecy winter blanket. That thing gets you toasty when you're sandwiched between the two. So I have to go to bed so that I can cool off with not fluffy blankie when I fall asleep on the couch. What are you plotting? We have a sneaky, haha. Like I was gonna visit, but you saw me. Wait, hey, you're not allowed to see me. Are you just gonna make mean face on the rug then? Y'all can't see it, but there's a black memory foam bath mat that's right there where Jackie Boy lays and gets his pets, and he's sitting right on the edge of it, just staring with his little paws together. Because y'all can't tell, but JB is a little bow-legged, so he walks, he's just coming up for you, sucker, with his mean bully walk. Humidity is the worst. Not happy wanting to do yard work, but too hot. It's like I do it in short bits. I felt bad for the boyfriend. It was cool today, so he cut the grass in the backyard. I think it only took him like 30 minutes or so. So not a long time, but I guess we do have like a small yard. So because I only have like a third of an acre, but he came in and he was drenched. It was once again time to be as far as Little Man's concerned. It's like, oh, you got to go to the punishment room again. It's the second time today. Because if you take a shower, that means you did something bad. You're being punished by the water. So Little Man has to do emotional support. And if you got more than one, oh, you really messed up. You got double in trouble. And he has no idea that we bought doggy shampoo and that they're getting a bath this weekend. I cut grass today, 5 minutes out front and done. See, I told him it doesn't take long if there's no grass. But that would take a lot of money to replace all the grass with lots of plants. Unless they're just like, all right, dig it up and I'm going to buy like $30 worth of clover seeds. Because I don't get this whole, it has to be grass. Like the backyard is almost all, like there's grass, but there's also a lot of weeds. Like the start of spring, my grass, it's not green. My yard is purple from, I think it's called hen something or other. It's some like purple flowering weed, and then we get like the little buttercups and something else that's about the size of the buttercup. It's little itty bitty, but it's purple flowers. I love it. Like I would be okay with my yard staying purple and yellow weeds all year. Little clover popping through. Not really work at it. Yeah, it's like we've got 2 gardens, slowly tearing up for a third one. And I think I've bought 4 plants that go along, or no, not even 4, because one of them I already had last year. I bought 3 plants that are along the fence this year on clearance. It is a very slow process. And then I keep getting stuff to put in my planters because they keep dying in the heat, but I want some pretty colors. This garden 1 is still the only thing that's popped up and actually flowered is the zinnias. Whereas normally it would have gone crazy by now. Like, we're in July. And I've got like 6 zinnias and 1 nasturtium that's getting taken out by sunflowers that I did not plant. This is our trial because I am not living here forever, but we'll learn stuff. Only annuals I buy are geraniums and dragonwing begonias. Nice. It's like I buy a lot of annuals, but they also kind of like reseed. Because I keep trying to get perennials and then they keep dying on me. It's just not nice. It's like I had a bunch of azaleas that I had gotten clearance and they kept dying on me. But my lilies are doing good, the ones that have survived the buddings. So that'll be fun. I'll have lilies for next year that are various colors. And I'm hoping my daylilies manage to spread. There was a couple that I wanted to get, but I'm like, $12 for a baby plant that might die. I was hoping it'd go on clearance because there was one that was purple and one that was like a kind of like a burgundy red, but they sold out. Plus, nature has done a ton of planting, or I get plants from friends. Yeah. I've gotten a lot of marigolds and apparently now sunflowers from nature. I'm loving the marigolds. I need to plant some more of those, which shouldn't take long. I'm honestly surprised I don't have more. It was like last year, like the herb garden is over here, and of course, like I had some like the jack-o'-lantern marigolds in one of the pots. They were on the other side of the porch in a huge freaking like field. It was probably like a 8 by like 6 spot on one side of the thing that I didn't plant any of them. That was just the birds and wind going, oh, you let these go to flower, and they went over there. And then they just like, sadly they didn't come up this year. I saw a little bit of marigold thinking about it, but it got cut over. it didn't pop up faster than the grass did. Looking forward to see the sunflowers. Marigolds are great, lots of seeds. I'm curious which sunflowers I'm going to get because I planted mixed ones a couple times, so I have no idea if they're going to be standard or what, and which marigolds. I'm honestly surprised that I haven't gotten any like seed pods off the marigolds yet. Usually they've started going to seed yet, and I can sprinkle them in. But they're fun. I had some of them planted out front in between all my lilies. And then I was like, oh, well, they're only in this little section, so I'll plant a little next to it. It like went around the corner and filled all out. I'm like, I should have had like 12 plants. I have a ton of them. It's like, I kind of need to stretch that out. I'm kind of liking this. It's a nice Halloween-y border. Because last year, or a couple years ago, I had found this ornamental pepper with like black leaves and red and purple peppers that it kept popping up, but I guess it's really slow to get going because they would only get like yay tall before like the season was over and they'd die again in the cold. Because I was like, all right, I'm gonna have my orange marigolds and my black peppers, and it'll be red and black, and it'll be Halloween year round. The marigolds took off, the peppers died, and they haven't sold them again, so I could try again. They were so pretty. fun of yard work always surprises. What's coming up where and which color is it going to be? Because almost always I get stuff that says that it's like mixed colors, and then it just comes up one color, so we don't know what it's going to be. Like, I've got Cosmos twice now that said they were mixed, and one packet was all orange. And this year's packet is shades of purple. So at least there's some variation, but it's all purple. I don't even know what other colors they come in. A few years ago, I found black petunias. Had to have them, but haven't seen them. Yes, I swear those things are a myth. I've seen them. Like, I'm on a Gothic group on Facebook, and they're like, look at my, like, black petunias. I think there's, like, 4 different strains of them. I have never seen them. I've never even seen seeds for them, except for, like, an obvious scam on Amazon. Like, come on, man. Let me have my little Gothic garden. It'd be so pretty. Like, I kept trying to grow black hollyhocks, but they never come up. Like, they would make a perfect backdrop for all the color to make everything pop and be a little dark. I love all the pretty colors and flowers, but I also have a very dark Halloween black heart. Saw them on clearance in a... Now that is an awesome score. I'd be like, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to take all of these, and hopefully some of them seed and come back and are true to seed. Nice. Yay! Welcome back, Noah. Fresh air with the pup, feeling a little nice. Is Jenny coming over to take care of you tomorrow? Gotta get you your tea and chicken noodle soup. Huh. Let's clean that pretty eye. Hi, big girl. Yeah. I know. It's coming up on that time. I know. That's why we're not doing another sprint. Because then we wouldn't get you fed. And the fishies. We gotta feed you and the fishies. And then you get your second dinner and Jackie Boy's dinner. Yes. Good girl. Nah, I said I wanted to be alone. Oh, are you making sure you don't get her sick too? Y'all are so cute. Oh, you're just trying to kill my phone. Okay. Hi, big girl. You got fans. You want to say hi to your fans, or you just going to show them your butt? Franny! Come here, big girl. Say. Oh, I heard something in the kitchen. She is very single-minded when it comes to food. And that's what she was actually in here for. She's like, it's 1 minute to food time, Mama. Who's going to take care of it? Though she is a liar. Yesterday, they get dentist sticks at 5 o'clock. Well, she's got the boyfriend trained at 4 o'clock when we're home. She started trying at like 1:30. Like, I know you can tell time. And in the last couple nights, she's tried to trick him because he wasn't paying attention. She's like, oh, have you fed him yet? And I told him, and he was not paying attention because like 10 minutes later, he goes, have you fed him yet? And last night, I was getting ready to, go get the plate for Jack. And he goes in the kitchen, starts pulling out. You have to wash their plates because they've already had them. It's an hour later. It's cat food time. And she wasn't going to say a word. She's like, I'm getting second wet food dinner before second dinner. Yeah. That's why we gotta leave your plates on the floor for him to see. Because otherwise, you'll say you haven't had dinner and he'll believe you. And then he'll just open another can and be like, crap, why is there 2 cans in the fridge? Huh. You're a liar for food, aren't you, big girl? Tiki and Panther saying, Dad in the kitchen must mean food. So they don't do that to him as much. He doesn't eat all and drink all the good stuff. They do that to me. But they've also learned, certain things he eats, they always get a cut of. Certain things I eat, she tries, little man doesn't. Like, she's not sharing hot wings with us. Franny will try anyway. Even if it's something she doesn't like if I'm eating cold pepperoni, she will spit out the cold pepperoni because she's a diva. But that doesn't mean she won't beg for it. Loman, on the other hand, is like, yes, give it to her. She'll spit it out and I'll go and get it. Because he loves pepperoni. Huh. That's how we get you to snuggles. I have food and you barge in and lay on me. And we have the shame corner in the kitchen where you got to just stand and eat. And she's like, all right, maybe you'll drop something on my head. And she just sits there and stares and swings at you. She misses, but she'll sit down and swing at you for food. Oh, are you getting nuzzles? He was just walking by, just wrapping himself around her face. You getting your mama. That's afraid of you because you've been bullying her since you were the size of her nose. What? Apparently the ceiling fan is really interesting. What do you see in that fan, huh? Cena just wanders in when I have yogurt. She actually yells at me to serve her quicker, Brad. That sounds like little man. He doesn't usually, but when it comes to wet food, he's like, all right, it's been 20 seconds. Where's my plate? That's the only time he will yell at one of us. Every other treat, he's like, I know I'm getting it, or I'll let her do the fussing. It's wet food. It doesn't matter that you're already plating it up. Hurry up and heat it and put it on the floor now. He will give you the cutest little fussy grumble. And of course, sometimes I stall just to get him to grumble because it's so cute. And it's the only thing he doesn't about is the wet food. Though for peanut butter, he will drool. That is the one time he doesn't wait for Franny to beg. I have a video to prove it, complete with paw stomping. Oh, I love it. They are demanding sometimes, aren't they? I haven't got him doing that, though. Franny doesn't stomp her paw. She sits there and she'll sit on her butt so she can swing at you. It's like, don't let her do that on the couch because she'll punch you right in the throat. I want this. Tries to make me wear a bra in my own home even when I'm not recording. And that's just abuse. How dare you make me cover myself as protection. Dogs have owners, cats have servants. Mm-hmm. And yet the adoptive parents still almost always have 5 cats. It's they're being trained. Though now one of their cats is really chill and she'll just I swear I think she's she's got narcolepsy or something. She'll just lay down and just, you could rub my belly. And she just will pass out for hours with you just across your lap or on your butt just getting belly rubs. Yep, crazy cat lady. You got a lot of masters to serve. I just got 2 and they're pretty low maintenance. Mostly because one is confused about what high maintenance is. JB will only eat kibble, but it has to be fresh. So every now and then, it either just gets dumped out or the boyfriend will sort through it and pick out all the fresh Yeah, like full pieces of kibble and put it back in the bowl for him. And then Jack is just like, I'm just happy for anything you want to get me. So he loves freaking pepperoni. He will take off your fingers trying to get any like residue of the pepperoni. Now just 3. Used to have 6. I think they've got, let's see here, there's Gracie, Ricky, Sylvester, Callie. I feel like I'm missing one. I know they have at least, they have at least 4. But I feel like I'm missing one. If I was still working, would gladly have 6 again. Oh, if I had the money, I would have like all the doggies. And I'm kind of a sucker for that orange kitty when it wanders around because it's actually sweet. And apparently now there's 2 outdoor kitties that they're feeding and trying to like catch them to where they can pet them or at least take them in and have them fixed. But they show up every night and go, "Hey, where's my food?" And he goes and puts out food and water for them. Like they know what time they get fed. Like, you can't pet me and you cannot watch me, but you must feed me. Back to lottery. Like, there won't be any animal shelters. I'll just adopt them all. Like, oh, you're a kill shelter? No, you don't exist anymore. And we're replacing that cement with grass. And they gotta like extend the little things so they can go out the doggy door into some nice shady grass. Be much happier that way if they could go out and get some fresh air instead of being in the little sad kennel all the time. But I'm gonna get beat up if I don't feed them soon. So it has been so nice talking to y'all. And hopefully you get to feeling better, Noah. That's no fun being sick. Get some good sleep. Thank y'all for coming in to visit. It's always good talking to you. Oh, you're awesome too. My chaos gremlin. Y'all have a lovely rest of the evening, and I will see y'all next week. Or tomorrow if you feel like crafting. Bye.